Peace, family. Live is not working for some reason, so I'm gonna have to just record it the natural way. Uh, First and foremost, I want to show you this image. This was sent to me by Brother Faithful to the End, author Zor. And when you look at this image, you can see, I'll read it for you. It says, "Meet this young American lady who graduated from Harvard and is now a tomato farmer in Nigeria. After, whatever her name is, graduated from Harvard Business School, she pursued her passion for entrepreneurship and decided to ditch her tent in northern Nigeria, farming tomatoes. She operates a tomato farm and has successfully floated a tomato processing company." And I want you to pay attention to what is being said here. And I want you to also understand the school that she attended. Okay, so she attends Harvard Business School, which is not a chump change school in America. And this is something that's very important for you to understand. She also travels to Nigeria. This is a white woman. Now, I don't like white people. I don't want to use white people as examples, but I want you to understand that you have economic opportunities. Okay? You have economic opportunities, particularly in Africa. Okay? Particularly in Africa, where it's not set up to block you as it is in Western nations, right? Where they're not as protectionist in a sense, or where they need desperate attention, and so on and so forth. And because of that, you know, we we as Pan African nationalists, we as Pan Africans can achieve quite a bit if can we can do what we need to do. And a lot of us don't seem to understand that there's national structures in place and that in different nations you have different policies of protectionism. Okay? So, actually, I got another good brother. He goes by, I want to say Greg Meister, right? And he saw the same image and he says, I bet we can't do that in, uh, Netherlands or something, right? I want to pull it up, but it might not even be too you know too important to pull up in a sense of what nation he's talking about. But the point being that no, you can't. Different nations have different policies, so you have to start studying on a geoeconomic sense. You know how I talk about geopolitics? You can talk about geoeconomics, okay? World economics. Talk about world economics and understand that different nations have different policies on a variety of things, and then you just have to, or we just have to come together with a consciousness towards developing ourselves and and create that nation where we have that economic policy. So I'm gonna look up this picture just quick, as some people say, quick fast like Ramadan. Anyway, uh, that was Biggie. Biggie be saying some weird stuff. But anyway, look, let's see if I can find this thing quickly. And I know you're saying to yourself, this isn't live, so why are you, why don't you just edit it in later? Because I'm not really trying to break up the audio too much. Okay? I'm not trying to break up the audio too much. So let's see if I can find this. And I mean, it's probably already on your screen because I'm editing this post. Okay, here. The brother says, "Well, this is beyond our power. I dare any black man or woman to try and buy or even lease land in the Netherlands for agricultural purposes. I'm not even mentioning the U.S., where, because blacks were and are pushed out of farming, this is on the African leaders who are Pino." And I guess Pino is Pan-African in name only. And this is something that we have to process. So we have to process something like this because it's like, why would you try to do it in Netherlands? They have their own economic structure. They have their farmers they have a slew of farmers that they have to provide for already. Africa has its slew of farmers too, but y'all not even but a lot of people in Africa aren't even trying to be farmers. You understand? And you'll see this as I show you this other program. So what I want to do now is I want to play for you this audio from this brother named Shaka Ra. Okay, so I wanted to play this live so you could have seen it, but I'll put the video in the description, right? But I wanted to play this live so that you could see the video in the in the background. But because I can't do that live, I'm going to just play this audio and I'll send you the link so you can listen to it yourself. The thing with the video though is that it's 3 hours long. Okay, I didn't listen to the whole 3 hours. Another brother on uh, on Twitter, uh, although he changed his name a lot, right? So I can't even, I'm gonna call him Mr. T, right? But anyway, Mr. T, he sent me this video when it was live, and I only clicked into it like, an hour and 30 minutes in. And I listened to it for maybe a good 30, 40 minutes, but then I was like, nah, I don't even want to, I can't even, yada, yada. Because, I just didn't have the time. I didn't know how long it was going to go. I didn't know it was going to be no 3 hour video, right? I missed the beginning, obviously, because I only jumped into the hour and 30 minutes, but it was an introduction of the panel. And the panel has Brother Shaka Ra, who is, he's on his stuff, right? Obadele Kambone, who is Kamal Kambone's son, if you know what that means, and then Shakina Chinedu, and you're gonna hear her, and she, both Abadale and Shakina, they were uh, repatriates. They're repatriates. So the whole program is about firsthand experience from returnees, right? And at this point in the program, there's this brother in the U.S. who interviews him. I mean, who asks a question on how can I, get me some property, get me some agriculture business going on, right? So you see this white woman just does it. Okay, you see this white woman just does it. But this brother's gonna ask this question, and Shakina's gonna give a really excellent answer that I want you to understand, right? So I'm gonna be pausing in between, and if you don't like that, just go to the video yourself. I told you the timestamp, 1 hour and 42 minutes in, right? If you don't like me talking, just go to the video yourself. But outside of that, Abadali Kambon also gives you some insight, but really Shakina is the one that I want you to pay attention to. And the thing that really made me not want to listen to this fully is because we're going to be talking about citizenship here too. Okay? Cuz you're going to hear Shakina drop some gems about citizenship, and you have to understand uh and you have to understand that Abadali Kambon, who is great acronym, by the way. Okay, that's a great acronym. Hold on a moment. Give me 2 seconds. All right, hold on a second. Yeah, can you hear me? I know. I'm acting like this is live. You're like, yo, why don't you just edit that noise out? No, you know what I'm saying? Until if you ain't my editor, you know what I'm saying? All right, but let's see if I can play this video and it could pick up audio, so I could do this thing live. Can you hear that? Okay, it doesn't sound like you could hear it. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can. I mean, you can't hear it well. I paused it and tried to see. Let's see. How about now? I'm gonna turn up my microphone. Wait, actually, hold on a second. I'll do that. Let's do. All right.
Yeah, there's a static in the background. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, my brother.
All right, yeah. My question is very simple. I just want to know what other blockades and procedures are needed for an American citizens to have a profitable agriculture.
All right, so I got it to work. So I'm gonna play this. You heard the brother. He says he wants to. I'm gonna replay it. Hold on a moment.
Yeah, there's there's a static in the background. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, my brother.
Yeah. My question is very simple. I just want to know what other blockades and procedures are needed for an American citizens to have a profitable agricultural business in Gambia or Ghana.
All right. I'm not
sure any African country that these our esteemed scholars belong to.
So, just repeat your question one more time, my brother.
All right. I want to know what.
Bro, are you listening to the video at the same time as you're talking?
No, I think it's Shaz. It's Shaz. Whoever Shaz.
Oh, it's yeah. Sister Tequila, if you can mute the video that you're watching, just mute the video on YouTube. Yeah?
Oh, okay. I've got headphones in.
Oh, okay. Because someone's got some.
I'm not watching anything.
Yeah.
Whoever shot.
Yeah. Anyway, so I know you're saying to yourself, not only why don't you just like skip this part if you know they fumbling around? If I gotta listen to it, YouTube too. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta listen to it, YouTube too. But anyway, I'll go back to the program.
That's where it's coming from. You can see the thing light up when the static.
It's gone now. It's gone now.
It's good.
All right. Let me repeat my. Yeah. All right. I want to know the procedures and blockades for an American citizen to have a profitable agriculture business in Gambia or Nigeria. Or Ghana or any African country that these esteemed scholars belong to.
Thank you very much, my brother. Right, Sister Shakina, I'll start with you there. The brother wants to know about any procedures or blockades for starting an agricultural business in Gambia.
I don't think there are any blockages because it's something that that's our main resource in Gambia. We haven't got minerals like other places in Africa. You know, we grow a lot of peanuts and mangoes and cashews and things like that. So we are quite an agricultural nation. So as I said, you know, anybody could buy a plot of land, particularly if it's agricultural land, and start a garden and grow things. So it's not really an issue to do that here. Where you might find some other issues is when it comes to the exporting. There might be some issues there, but in terms of growing things, not a problem. Not a problem.
All right, so I'm just gonna cut in right quick. You understand what was said there? Now every other people can hear that and say, "Okay, sounds like I gotta go get some land." Every other people can hear that and say, "Sounds like I could go get some land." But you sit there and say, "Why is it that the doors are open?" You understand? Now again, this is a people. This is a place that she even says, "Look, we really want agricultural development." And then what you're trained to do, unfortunately, is, you know, whine about, well, why don't we have a racialist policy? You know, these people already came in and destroyed. Yes, so if a people are destroyed, you know, it's basic economics, and I actually point this out in the Book of Power, the law of economics. I wanna explain to you because apparently when I was younger, I quoted J.A. Rogers' law of economics, and he was actually using this against Garvey. Okay, so let's see if I can find it quickly. Let's see. Oh, law of gain. He says the law of gain is buying in the cheapest market and selling in the dearest. Buying in the cheapest market and selling in the dearest. That's the law of gain. If you are looking to gain, if you are looking to profit, the law of gain is on your side. Buying in the cheapest market. The land is cheap here. Selling in the dearest. The people need food. We sell to the people who need food. Simple. And of course, like I said, I put it in the Book of Power. You know, and I mean, I could quote it right here for you. So you know, I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna screenshot it right now, and then of course, you know, edit it in the video later, or what you'll see now. Let me see if I could. Let's see what this is. And this is you know, I repeat it numerous times, by the way, throughout the book. Maybe 1, 2, 3 times, but I mean, you should get it from the first time. right? Yeah. So I'm just screenshotting this, and again, you're not my editor. I'm my own editor. I can do whatever I want with my audio. You get what I'm saying? I appreciate you listening, but this is a lot of human effort right here. I'm trying to get us wealth, and you whining about 2 minutes, 3 minutes of matter of fact, a minute of your time don't make no sense. But let's go back to the program.
At all. And many people, they'll have their compound, but they'll have another plot of land where they'll have their garden. That's something separate where they can make a living from, either growing mangoes or cashews or moringa or whatever it might be. But they'll have an extra a garden that they could do to grow some stuff to make some money, depending on what's in the season.
I do believe you explained some of this before, sis, but the brother's asking about procedures as well. So if you could give them a brief overview of what the procedure would be for purchasing land, and if there's a difference between commercial versus like living on the land, or you know what I'm saying, them kind of things.
Okay, well, we've got different types. So we've got something called TDA, which is Tourist Development Area. That's when you buy a plot of land on the beach. And that plot of land is really about building a guest house or a hotel. It's not really for a residential house. And that's can be quite problematic. You have to really dot the I's and cross the T's with when you're buying that type of land, because you have to make sure you get the proper paperwork for having that land, and then to get the permission to build something that helps develop tourism. But moving aside from that, buying a...
All right, so just to cut into, again, buy in the cheapest, law of game, buy in the cheapest, and selling the dearest, right? So you have it explicitly. The nation is interested in tourism, tourist dollars, and they are selling land to foreigners or anybody, but foreigners not excluded. They are selling the land to anybody who is looking to develop tourism. Okay? You understand? They want you there. I know a sister, matter of fact, here in New York, who's like, yo, I want to build hotels, make money on hotels, so on and so forth. Not just that, what's his name? Good brother, great brother, Dr. Jeffries, he got a hotel in Ghana. But the point being that it's already, like, every nation has its own policies already. Your goal is not to just fit in wherever you can get in. No. But the reality is that you can fit in wherever you can get in. When we're talking about, what we're talking about is real wealth, creating real wealth for our people. And the reality is that you are not taking the opportunities. What you're doing is whining and complaining. Why should foreigners be able to buy? Why should foreigners be able to buy land to develop tourism? Why do we have tourist economy? Like, are you not getting that people, like, economics is economics? And either you get in where you can fit in, or you're done. Or you playing on the sidelines while other people are doing real stuff. And I'm gonna, cause look, you're gonna keep listening. You're gonna hear about this Brazilian man, okay? You're gonna hear about this Brazilian man.
Normal piece of land just to build your house, it's fairly easy. Although now there is something going around, and I'm trying to verify it, but people give me different answers. Some are saying if you're non-Gambia, you cannot buy more than half an acre of land. As one piece. Some people say no, it doesn't matter. So I'm not sure what the real law is on that. Some people.
All right, so you hear that though. Again, it's nation by nation, and this is something that everybody knows. This, everybody knows that everything goes nation by nation. Everyone knows this, because when I was younger, we heard that you can't get citizenship in Japan. Even if you're a white man, you can't get citizenship in Japan if you're a foreigner. If you're not Japanese already, unless you live there, they said, for 100 years or something like that. And everybody knew, okay, that just means that you can't damn well be a citizen. But then, of course, you could get citizenship in America easy. If you just born in so and so, or even like, let's say you want to get citizenship in Nigeria, you just gotta marry somebody from Nigeria. Just same as this. You want to get citizenship in America, you marry somebody in America, or you or you just you get you can't if you're not a citizen already, but you can give birth to somebody could be born in an American embassy anywhere in the world, and then they're American citizen, right? The point being that every nation has its own policies. Your goal, your long-term goal, is to build a nation, right, with the national policies that you want. So you don't got to stress about no you don't got to stress about no police brutality. You don't got to stress about nothing, right? All you got to do is when you have your own nation, you don't got to sweat nobody else's nation. Japan don't got to sweat what's going on in China. Okay? Nigeria don't got to sweat what's going on in Botswana, right? Tanzania don't got to sweat what's going on in Sweden, right? Every nation, if you in a nation, you don't got to sweat what's going on in another nation, period. But the trouble is that you not in the nation built upon the principles of let's say, Ma'at, okay? You're not in a nation built upon the principles of African people, right? And because you're not in a nation built upon the principles of African people, but instead you are, for the most part, a lot of you, in nations built upon the principles of Eurasian people, right? You have your problems, but what we need right now is pioneering Africans to not only accumulate wealth for ourselves and get ourselves into that better position to be those political powers that we can be, okay? But look, we need those pioneers, all right? We need those pioneers. You get this book that I wrote, the Book of Power, right? You get it. And look, I'm trying not to be too verbose because, again, I got to edit this. You know what I'm saying? I got to edit this. So, you get the Book of Power, you read the Book of Power, you study that, and you join the class I have, because I have a class coming up, right? And I don't know how it's going to be, but the main point is that we want the pioneers together. Okay, we want the pioneers together, but we're going to keep playing this video, and you're going to hear what's going on, right?
Say it's written down in law. Some people say it's not enforced, so we're not sure. So what they're saying is that you can buy larger than 50 by 50 if you either start a company where the company entity is like a Gambian representing that land, or you can buy it with a Gambian, or you can buy it with two people. So let's say you had 100 by 100. So my name would go on 50 by 50 and your name would go on 50 by 50, and that's how you'd get around that.
By the way, I just want to clarify. I don't know if I feel like 50 by 50, plus 50 by 50 is 100 by 50. I don't know if there's like a different measurement going on, but I just wanted to clarify that. Like 100 by 100 would be 4 50 by 50s, because we got to go by area. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it could be that, like, I don't know. I actually don't understand that part, real talk. But it might be. But I want you to understand that I don't understand that part.
Beautiful.
So there are ways you can get around things here, if you know the system, and of course if you grease a few palms.
And before you start, can you give me an estimation of the price range in U.S. dollars or UK pounds for an acre, so I can estimate or extrapolate how much I would need for a decent agriculture operation?
Okay, I mean, it really depends where you're buying. Now, we have a couple of areas here that a lot of returnees are gravitating to, and it's an area called Sanyang and Gunjul. They're out in the country, beautiful, picturesque places in the countryside, and a lot of people are gravitating towards those areas. Now, those areas are going up in price quite a lot, so you might get, let's say 50 by 50, you might pay, let's say 400,000, which is probably about £5,000 for a piece of land. You can go bigger and pay up to, I mean, somebody came to me to buy a piece of land recently, and I think the land was worth about £10,000. Just this week, helped a lady buy 4 pieces of land. 2 were on the beach and 2 were behind, and she paid in total £19,000 for 4 pieces of land. Those pieces are about a quarter of an acre because they're about 20 by 25. So let's say.
All right, so let me just pause for a moment. I don't care. Listen to the video yourself if you don't want me pausing. But look here. Pay attention to what she just said. She said, I sold, and she said, wait, I helped the lady buy. Real talk, that's real estate. You understand? She's participating in real estate on the continent. You know, she's selling to other African people as far as I can tell. But the reality is that even that real estate itself is a way to profit, because maybe she can negotiate on behalf of the people, the landowner, to sell the property. You know, like this is basic real estate. You know, real estate people here in America can make good money doing real estate. You know, saying, hey, look, you like this house? Okay, well, I'm just gonna get a 5% cut of the amount of this house. You know, the homeowner's gonna get a fat 90% or whatever. Who knows, right? The homeowner's gonna get a percent. I'm gonna get a percent for selling it to you, showing it to you, because the homeowner might not be a skilled salesman like I am, right? So here's this sister in Africa, right? She got her own property, but she also can sell land to people in the diaspora, right? Or even other people on the continent, right? And in so doing, she can make money that way. You make a good living that way. Again, law of gain. Okay, law of gain, and I explain it to you. I explain it to you. You know, buying in the cheapest market, selling in the dearest. So the dearest here, listen to me. The dearest here is the diaspora. Oh, I want to go home. Oh, well, you can come home and look. We got land. We got land that you can afford. Cheapest market. We got land for you to afford. You come through, show you some property and say, look, man, it's £19,000, right? And of course the landowner, the real landowner, they get into a handful of pounds, and I guess they want pounds. Who cares? I don't care, right? The real estate agent, she getting a handful of pounds, and I guess she needs pounds. So everybody gets what they want. But you, on the other hand, you sitting back, and I mean, it's not the general you. I mean, this is the general you. It might not be you in particular, but a lot of our people are sitting back complaining, whining. I'm telling you, I be on Twitter and I just see whining and victim mentality, and oh, woe is me, and oh, no. There's no reason to hear any of that. Anyway, let me go back to this video. But pay attention. Just pay attention.
Just under a quarter of an acre. But you could see, there's different prices depending on where you buy. I went upriver last year, bought a small plot of land, and it cost me £700. So it really does depend where you want to buy and the price.
Okay, so you heard that though, right? She gets pounds in, right? Then she could get more land. You following me? And of course, this land could be worked, could be, guest house, could be anything. Suddenly she owns land. And look, land is one of the most important things to own. You hear me? So she helps sell land, gets a few pounds in her pockets, buys some more land, and land is one of the most important resources on the planet. How much land you got? How much land I got?
And the size. So it's the location and the size. But the thing is, land is going up a lot in Gambia now because everybody's coming to Gambia because it's small, it's peaceful, it's easy to navigate. If you want to come to Africa, but you think, where can I start? Gambia is a good place as a stepping stone.
100%.
Yeah, the economy is good. You know, you're still getting 60 odd dollars to the pound, so your money can stretch quite a long way. As I said, it's peaceful, it's friendly. The crime is very low, so it's a very easy place to navigate, um, especially if you want to use it as a stepping stone to somewhere else.
Now, pay attention to this. I regret that I did not show you the beginning of this video when she introduces herself, because she's saying, "Look, I love it here. I love it in the Gambia, right? I don't want to go back to the UK, right? I've been here for 3 years, and it's treated me well. People are nice. Everything is peaceful. Everything is beautiful weather, picturesque, all that, right? She got it. Now I might play it later in the video. I just don't want to jump between, recording and all that. And I don't know if it's really too pointful to play it later. You could check out the video in the description, you know. But I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to check out no videos in the description. That's why I'm playing it to begin with. But yeah, like just pay attention.
Yeah, and one more thing. Can you reiterate the three crops you named? You named moringa, peas, and something else.
Oh, we grow a lot of ground nuts, so that's our main.
Wait, hear about the mango thing, because I already told you about the cracker with the tomato. Hear about the mango thing. Pay attention.
Agricultural thing that we grow. We have a lot of mangoes in the country.
That's it. Yeah, mango is it.
Yes, mangoes. Moringa, baobab, melons when the season is in. Oh my gosh, you just can't go around Gambia for melons. It's just crazy, absolutely crazy. In terms of agriculture, we do grow a lot. You know, cucumbers, tomatoes, lettuce, so many things we grow here. But we haven't got our processing and exporting down to a T yet. Now, look, mangoes, when it's mango season, where I live out in the countryside, the mangoes are just dropping off the tree. There's so many mangoes. And cashews, where I live, there's a lot of cashews as well, because I live with around the Manjaco people, and their main industry is growing cashews. And, with so many cashews, they're just dropping on the floor. Now, really, you've got the fruit and you've got the nuts. And the fruit, I juice it, I eat it, I do all kind of things with it. But if we can find a way of processing these things, that we can have an export market from Gambia, made in Gambia, processed in Gambia, the machines are in Gambia, that's Pan-Africanism, that we are in control of our own agriculture, our own food, our own exporting, our own importing, and then we'll have trade.
You paying attention? You paying attention? Now you gotta pay attention a little bit more, because she's gonna talk about this Brazilian man. And this is part of the reason why I'm even playing this clip to you. But she's gonna talk about this Brazilian man. But pay attention. Oh my gosh. Cause you're not because look, because you just heard that. You're like, okay, processing. How many people is involved in processing? That's the question. How many people is involved in processing? How much of the economy could processing affect? See, you're not even asking those questions. Okay? Now she's gonna answer them. But you're not even asking those questions. You just hear, yeah, we should be doing for ourselves. And yeah, okay, so do it. I gave you the book. It's in the book. Okay? It's in the book. But you're not listening.
Okay, before you go in, Dr. Cambone takes over and answer his question on the Ghana side of it. What's the problems with the exportation? Because you said that was kind of going to be a hindrance. So can you explain more on that part, the exportation of it, of the goods that you grow on the land?
Is that to me or to?
Yeah.
Dr. Obadele.
The use of the video.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think because we haven't got any processing plants. However, there is a Brazilian man here. Let me just give you the context. He has a mango and I think a tomato processing plant. Now, this man by himself is contributing 3% to the GDP of the country through his processing. And he sends those mangoes and tomatoes, etc., to wherever he's sending them. He employs, I think he's up to maybe 3,000 people at the moment, last time I checked. But you see, this is one man who has a processing plant doing that. So what is stopping us from coming home and opening processing plants where we can grow orchards of cashews, mangoes, moringa, baobab, sorrel, or hibiscus, whatever you want to call it. What's stopping us from doing that and opening plants so that we too can export our goods? I'll give you one example. There's a supermarket, Waitrose. They sell a brand called, I think it's a Duna. Now, if you look at the price of moringa, they might have, I don't know, 100-gram tin of moringa, and they might sell that for £8-9. So you see what I'm saying? Everybody else is coming here and they're making money from us. When really we should be controlling that and saying, okay, if you want to do A, B, C, and D, one, you'll pay a lot of tax in the country to go towards developing the country. You will employ our people, and there's only so much that can leave the country. We need to put stringent measures in place, not just allow people to have a free-for-all, make a lot of money, and don't bank the money here, but send the money back to their respective countries, because that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
All right, so you heard that, and some of you should be, look, this is the contrast, though. You see, on the one hand, she says, look, there's this Brazilian man contributing, one individual, contributing 3% of the GDP, right? You don't understand that. 3% of the GDP, employing 3,000 people. And then you have, and look, throughout this program, by the way, they were talking about, we need to find a way to get citizenship in these countries. If this Brazilian man wanted citizenship, you think Gambia would tell him no? Hire 3% of the GDP. You understand? If he was working together with other quote unquote foreigners who contributed, let's say 10% of the GDP, you think Gambia gonna say anything to them when the politicians is pocketing some of that money? You understand? And you think that if this Brazilian man says, hey, look, I think the economy should be so and so forth, or I think the political situation should be so and so forth, you know what happens? It becomes so and so forth. Why? Because he has economic power from his entrepreneurship. Now, pay attention to what the sister did after he done talked. After she done said something about the Brazilian man and 3,000 employees and 3% GDP, she started giving economic recommendations. How much percent of GDP does she contribute? Now, I don't know her. Maybe she contributes more. But it don't sound like, by the way she's talking, it don't sound like she contribute more to the GDP than this Brazilian man. Right? Don't sound like she employ more people than this Brazilian man. She sound like she's impressed with his entrepreneurship. Right? I don't like using good words for bad people, but I'm just gonna throw that word out because I don't know, I don't want to use any other words, right? But look here. I mean, not that I don't want to, it's just, I don't care. Look, deal with it, right? Pay attention to what's being said, not how it's being said, okay? She's giving economic, and this is what you do. This is what the Pan-African nationalists do. They give all these policy recommendations and ain't got no power to back it up. So it's like, why are you even giving any policy? You saying that we should be, as a people, having processing plants, so on and so forth. If you in the Gambia, where's your processing plant? You understand? Or how are you working towards us getting that processing plant? And I'm not talking about the sister in particular. Because I'm saying the sister sound like she's doing some good stuff. She sound like a great person. But I'm saying that a lot of us as a people who are not even in, see, at least the sister's there. Like, I'm not even there either. See what I'm saying? At least the sister's there. A lot of other folk not there. You might say, Oni, but what about you? I mean, it sounds like, yeah, I'm on my way. That's one. Two, I wrote the book. Okay? I wrote the book. There's things that you have to do. You have to say, what have I produced? Producing information, producing books, producing education, that's something. What a lot of people are doing are sitting back saying, we should have our own processing plants. There's somebody in this chat room, in the chat going on. He says, "Is this show being recorded, please?" yes, you need me to deal with the food processing plant. There's some weird. Sorry, I shouldn't say nothing about it, but there's some dude in the. You need me to deal with the food processing plant. You know, it's like that audio. The fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? The f are you talking about? If nobody needs you to do, you need to get your black ass up. You need to get your black ass up. Period. Okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot so you can see it. You need to get your black ass up. Ain't nobody got time for that. As you know, as the sister said, you know, this Brazilian man has the economy. He's contributing to the economy. If he wanted citizenship, he don't gotta argue about it. They would offer him citizenship, period. Particularly how the sister said, "Oh, if you put your money in our banks." If he put the money in their banks, they offer him citizenship, period. But then I'm telling you, throughout this audio, that's why I couldn't listen to it. I mean, not to say I couldn't listen to it. You know, 3 hours long. I ain't really have time. I'm a freaking parent. I'm actually trying to not be too loud for my boy. He's sleeping right now. So, and I mean, yeah, you like, wait a second, how big is your place that is? But I don't know why he's sleeping still. But look, what I'm saying is this: what I'm saying is that you can't be saying I want citizenship and you're not doing nothing. These are nations you're interacting with. Nations look for productive citizens. They're not going to just offer citizenship to people who are not productive. And I mean, some people would say, hey, you know, a lot of people who do repatriate are productive. Yeah, but guess what? Not everybody who you want them to extend citizenship to is. The people who are going to Africa are pretty much more adventurous than the other ones. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. You, as a listener, you read the book and you repatriate. Because the truth is this: if this Brazilian man wanted to send for his family, he got the money. If this Brazilian man wanted his family to get citizenship, he got the clout. You understand? So if you're really trying to help the people back home, if you really, when I say back home, I mean, let's say you consider the diaspora home, right? If you want to really help the people in the diaspora, then you get your right on the continent, and then you can send for them. Send for those that want to come. This is the Maroon model. That's what I wanted to say earlier. This is the Maroon model. The Maroon said, look, we're going to go somewhere, build up, develop something that's good and profitable, right? And then we're going to send for those that's still on the plantation. Or we're even going to attack the plantations and get those people out of there. You understand? This is the nation building model in the times of war. And you're not grasping it. You there, why is this Brazilian man, this Brazilian man, this one Brazilian man got 3,000, blah, blah. You need to have 40,000 employees. Contribute to 20% of the economy. You know? Or you as a collective. Let's say that. And the collective comes from, like I said, wisdom, knowledge, reading the Book of Power. I know some of you are like, why are you always talking about the Book of Power? Because I'm telling you that this is where it's at. This is where I got it from. You understand? Because even this, because like, no disrespect to the sister, but even when you hear what she's saying, you understand? If you hear I can't, like, real talk, if you listen to our people, you will see that we need to get on one page. You know, and I can say, look, I'm a saber. I was a philosopher. I don't want to say that. I don't like the word, but I can say I was a philosopher. People are supposed to have their philosophers. All right? You're supposed to have your philosophers, but I'm gonna keep going and because some of you not listening. All I want to see in the comment section, I don't want to see great information. I don't want to hear that. I want to see I done purchased your book. Or I'm on page 200. That's all I want to see. I don't want to hear no encouragement if you not reading. Because you're not going to be leading.
Because don't you find...
Right, one sec. I want to give Brother Obade to answer these questions.
Okay.
And I've given my brother, I do love soil. So I love soil. And a bit more leeway because he's asking some very specific questions that I'm sure all of our listeners would benefit from. So, Brother Obadele, same question to you. The first question was about procedures and/or blockades for developing agricultural business in Ghana.
Right, so you have different types of land here as well. You have stool land, that is to say, the traditional rulers sit on a stool, so that means it's owned by, for lack of a better word, a royal family. You have family land, and then you have government land. And sometimes there's an overlap, especially if the one family is also the family that's on a stool. Now, as I was installed at Ekwapim Mampong, along with that comes access to land. So we have me personally, and then the family that I was adopted into, access to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of acres of land, and it's right there for anyone who is interested in doing major agricultural work.
You listen to that? There is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of acres of land for anyone. For anyone. You understand? You're not listening.
So right now, it's for the most part laying fallow, and then there are just a few settlements in there, like, maybe about 5 houses here, 10 houses there.
You not paying attention. I know you're saying, hey, Oni, I want to listen to it. Please stop canceling. Go listen to it. The link's in the description. I don't care. Like, I really don't care. Like, what are you listening to me for if you trying to listen to the program? Just go to the program. It ain't complicated. But if you listen to me, you're going to hear me. All right? So what I'm saying is this, though. Fallow. A lot of land. Nothing's been going on. Nothing's going on. This is economic potential. This is brother. And by the way, the brother's in Ghana. This is the brother telling you, hey, we can actually do some stuff in Ghana. You understand? But I'm not saying Ghana. What I'm saying is that there are different parts of Africa with different policies. And if you do a study of them and you want to relocate to one of them and create huge economic power, just do your research. First, study the Book of Power. Get together. Get in the class. We're going to talk. You understand what I'm telling you? Wink, wink. We're going to talk.
But when I was first being installed, the Bamohene, that's Nana Sechi Adipo, he asked me, am I interested in doing something like a moringa farm or a mango farm or anything of that nature. Now, what this is this family land, and essentially they are interested in developing that land for agriculture. Now, I didn't have anyone who was interested in agriculture at that time, but since then I have a couple people who are interested in solar. That's also something that that family is interested in, that if you also wanted to do solar, that they would allow that land to be used for that as well. So essentially, and that's because that's family land. So when it's family land, it's up to the discretion in terms of how it's used. Got a land that I purchased it outright.
Now pay attention to that. Brother says, look here. He's somewhere they have land, and they're like, hey, you wanna like we're not doing anything with this land. You wanna do something with it? And he's like, nah, I'm good. And this is the black economy. And then some white boy comes up, some white lady, studying, maybe some white lady studying, agriculture, studying agricultural sciences and things. And she comes and she says, hey, you know what? If you give me that little bit of land, I can, do all sorts of, I can employ your people. I can do all blah, blah, blah. And then you sitting at home, Okay, looks like my little boy. Here, hold on a second. Yeah, take that. And you sitting at home, you saying, they should not let that they should not let that white woman come in here. They should leave the land for us. You understand? You sitting at home in the middle of the diaspora, drinking your Starbucks with your feet on the table. You know, feet on the table you ain't even make. And you saying, well, why don't they just give the land to black folk? And then the black man's like, hey, look, I'm trying to get the land to black folk. And black folks saying, nah, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't want to. Why would I want to be a farmer? Why would I come to Africa to be a farmer? Come on. Why would I? You understand? And then he's like, what's so important about it? And I'm not saying this brother in particular, not Cam Bowen in particular, but I'm just saying, you know, black folk, a lot of us be like, what is so important about agriculture? You know, all I want to do is eat my burger. You know, I just want to eat my burger and eat my fries, not knowing that the fries come from the ground, the bread come from the ground, the salad come from the ground, and the cow eats the ground. You understand? And all that is agriculture. Especially if you want it healthy and organic. All of it's agriculture. But instead of, you know, oh yeah, let me jump at this opportunity. And I mean, not everybody gonna jump at the opportunity. Like you might say, hey, look, Oni, you know what? I don't actually want you farming. I want you in a university. And that's what this brother's doing. Abdella Kambon's in a university. So there's a big difference. A lot of you ain't, though. You understand? Now, you probably hear my boy in the background. He woke up. I put on some thing where he like screaming at it. I don't know. But anyway, let's play this program more.
Now, the way it's supposed to work is that if you're not a Ghanaian citizen, so forth and so on, you can only lease land, you can have a conveyance, whatever, and that lease is supposed to be 49 years. Ghana, however, works in such a way that things happen the way that they happen. So for me, even though at that time I had U.S. citizenship, I was able to get the land as freehold land. And of course, now I have Ghanaian citizenship. So, you know, the way that things work, you can get freehold land, especially if it's coming from a family. And just in the course of the discussion, like for me, I went there, I poured libation, I'm speaking, I'm doing all these things. So they're like, yo, this guy, he's down. And, you know, it led to that other people, they have different experiences.
All right, so pay attention to what that was. So you probably didn't gasp that one. Or you want to rewind and all that. You don't have to. Look, he's saying this, that because the thing is this, too. When you're talking about nations, you're talking about people. You're not really talking about a system. So the system is in place to say, you know what, only if you're a Ghanaian citizen can you get this land. And of course, they said a 49-year lease. Some of y'all ain't even trying to live for another 49 years, so don't even sweat that, right? Now, of course, you might be like, oh, I want to leave it to my kids. Okay, whatever. I don't, like, whatever. You know? Point being, though, he's saying, look, because he went down there, they said, look, you know what? We people. You got the land. Don't worry. Your kids going to have the land. Your grandkids going to have the land, right? If they down like you are, y'all going to have the land, okay? That's the point. You're dealing with people. It's just like in the Western economy. You're not dealing with a system. Or as a matter of fact, that's another thing I wanted to show y'all. There's somebody put up a image called, you know, the system of white supremacy. You know what I mean? You're not dealing with a system. You are dealing with white people. Okay? You're dealing with nations in Africa, and they have their rules set in place. Like, okay, we're not going to just give out. You know, we're not going to just give out land to people and then they're going to be trashing it and disrespecting it. But if you're going to be respecting the land, if you're going to be respecting us as a people, we got you. You understand? It's the same with this Brazilian man. They're like, yo, you know what? Like, who knows what kind of troubles he had going in. But then he contributes 3% to the economy. They say, look, we got you. You understand? I don't know who he is. I ain't look him up. I don't care to look him up. Right? I don't really care to look up this white woman either. You know what I'm saying? But, and I didn't look it up. I don't care. I really don't care. But the point being that any people, and yeah, you can hear my boy, he's kind of loud. I don't know if you can hear him actually, but yeah, I can hear him. But that's the whole point. You have to realize that, and yeah, it's unnerving me a bit, but I can't do much about it, right? The point being that you have to, all right, whatever. I'm just.
But really, the way the situation presents itself to you is very heavily dependent on how you present yourself to that situation. are you coming saying, all right, I'm an American and blah, 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 blah? Are you coming, I'm an African, I'm repatriating? So essentially, the way that you're received is very much tied to how you approach that situation. So if, in terms of just directly answering, that there aren't barriers per se, that if you are coming and you're interested in investing, then just let me know and I can put you in touch with those who have the land, access to the land, and what you would need in order to make that happen.
Do you have any price ranges?
Wait, so you hear that again, right? Brother saying, look, I could help sell the land to you. A lot of folk who go down there can make the connections, and there's a lot of land to sell to the rest of the diaspora. You understand? Now, of course, if you build up your own wealth, you don't even got to sell it. You understand what I'm saying to you? You don't even got to sell it. You would just have it, and you'd be like, hey, come through. You understand? Or even, you could even do a little better than that. But again, you want to go read the Book of Power to see what I'm talking about. Okay? You could really transform this planet if you just get that Book of Power and you join, and I'm telling you to join this class. Okay? I'm telling you to join this class so we can talk about it. Because we could really change this world. And you're not understanding, you're not grasping it. You're talking about contributing 3% of the economy to Ghana or Gambia or Senegal. You're talking about contributing, as a collective, as a people, let's say 20% of the economy of Africa, the whole continent. You know what you could do with that? Come on.
So offer any price ranges for them?
For that one, is if you are coming to use the land, then you would be able to use it without paying. It's just because it's something that would develop this society. Now, there are other, matter of fact, I took a break.
Pay attention. You could come without paying. And I mean, you're not understanding what he's saying. These different nations have different policies. I was actually invited by a brother in Ghana to go in and do some education kind of stuff. But at the time, I was starting a family and all that. You know what I'm saying? But like what I'm saying is that this is going on the continent. This is going on. There's different areas have different policies, and of course you might say, hey, well, you know what, Oni, you might say all this, but some people don't look at my tribe as, yeah, I understand that. Everybody knows that. This is why we transform the situation. And we could transform it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I put in the book. I put down about Nyerere. Okay? This brother in Tanzania. All that ethnic stuff gone. They had like 800 different languages. They all speak in Swahili now. Because you got to have some sense. And you're not getting it. You got to read the wisdom of your ancestors and you'll have no more questions. You want to keep, oh, well, I think that, like nobody cares. You got to read and then you think. Stop thinking before you read. You get me worked up and you ain't even talking to me.
I like to see 15 acres there. And for that, you can look at somewhere around 5,000 Ghana cedis per plot. And that's somewhere around $1,000 per plot. And that's a little bit out away from the town. Where my land is now, that I mentioned when I first got it, it was 3,500 Ghana cedis. Now that land, people are starting to build there. So now that's gone from 3,500 to 15,000 Ghana cedis per plot. And that's the way it works, that if you're willing to get it when it doesn't look like...
You hear what I'm saying, law of gain. You could get it. I mean, he didn't finish his sentence yet, but you can get it. 3,500, sell it 15,000. With that 15,000, you could get other parts of land. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. You coming out with profit. And you have land in the process. And of course, as long as you got your main land, you don't even got to worry about nothing else. And you sell it to the right people who will develop it and contribute to the black economy. And like I said, like we talk about in the Book of Power, we talk about the Oncobia. If you buying and selling to the Oncobia, if you putting up the name of the Oncobia, forget it. You done won. Why people don't want you to read this and you don't want to read it yourself? Come on. You know how many people in this world? I don't even know if there's anybody in this world aside from me who finished the Book of Power. Okay, we got one review, from that good brother, Black Buster Rhymes. We got one review. Okay, but it's a huge book, and you need to be on it. Okay, you need to be on it. There's so much in that book. You don't get it. You don't get it.
Much. Then by the time it starts to look like much, that lamb will, appreciate and value exponentially. But again, if people are serious and they're interested in more details, you can contact me directly, repatriatethegana.com. This is what I do in facilitating those who are interested in making land deals and other deals of that sort.
Well, definitely we're going to be talking. I got experience. I worked with the U.S. Department of Agriculture before. I had got scholarship from the U.S. Department of Agriculture to study agriculture in the United States. So we're definitely going to talk. I'm all about sustainable agriculture, and I do love the land. I know how you said libations. I treat the land like it's my own body. So I understand what you're saying. So definitely we're going to talk in the future.
Bobby, I am totally enjoying this conversation as though I'm just a spectator. You know what I mean? Just taking it in. Thank you, my brother. I do love sir. I see you in the chat quite regularly, my brother. So I didn't even know that you was from the States still. so you know what I mean? We're international out here. It's been a beautiful international call. I see my brother E. I'm gonna come back to you, brother Terry. Yes, no, hold tight. But my brother E Black is on the call as well. So I was gonna give him an opportunity to have a word, my brother.
All right, so that's it. That's the gist of it. That's the juice. That's the meat and the potatoes. That's the program. All right. You hear it now. Like I said in the program, like the beginning of the program, you hear the sister talking about how good the Gambia is to her. That's really important. We can create. You don't even have to create a nation to have a great experience, a great peaceful experience in Africa. But when you create a nation, and look, creating a nation could just be as simple as creating a community at this point. You understand? If you paid attention to what she said earlier, she was saying, look, a lot of repatriates are going to certain locations, certain locales. That means that, and this is what I'm saying, like, if we come together with our knowledge, right? And look, the reason why I'm stressing this Book of Power thing is because it's like this. If you want to talk history with me and you say, I don't really care about the destruction of black civilization, I don't want to hear from you. Like, what you read is how it fashion, like what you read fashions how you think. If you say, I want to talk history, let's talk about Herodotus' history, like, shut up. You know, I mean, like, Herodotus is not even the worst. But, I mean, I don't even know, like, these white history books. But, like, let's say one of them white history books. You like, and my favorite historian is, I don't know. Like, I don't know these white, like, Thomas Jefferson. My favorite, and I read Thomas Jefferson and I blah, blah, blah. Like, if you rocking with Thomas Jefferson, hard body, you reading Virginia or whatever, right? I don't want to engage you. Period. You're not following me. I don't want to engage you, period. Okay? Now, you read the Book of Power, that's where I want to engage you. Okay? I want to engage you. This is where I think that other people should engage you. When somebody reads the Book of Power, I think you should engage them. You understand? The people who read the Book of Power are that much more potent than the people who don't. And I'm saying this is universal. It's like you read Destruction of Black Civilization, you read Garvey. If you're reading Dr. King, if one person reading Dr. King and another person reading Garvey, the person reading Garvey got it that much more precise. Now you're talking about a modern day philosopher, me, right? Here, in the flesh, telling you, come to this class, and you still sitting on your ass. I don't got enough registries. People have registered for the class, and they're like, hey, man, only when you gonna have this class? And I'm like, look, I don't got enough students. I don't got enough registrations. You need to register. And you need to stop sitting around, who's going to register? I'm just going to wait for the class to go first. I don't want to hear that. You register. You know, because I'm finna start blocking folk who ain't registered. Because what you listening to me for? We're trying to change the world. We're trying to we looking to change the world. And you still sitting on your butt not knowing what to do. And don't tell me it's money. Don't tell me, oh, I ain't got no money right now. The reason why you ain't got no money right now is because you ain't even doing those economic opportunities. You're not even focused on getting yourself out of the situation. It's time for us to rise, to get up. It's time for us. I want these registrations. That's what I want. I want these registrations. I want this book in your hands. I want this book in the hands of your family. You hear me? Well, we just listened to black folk talking about, oh man, you know what? If we could, if you paid attention to what they were saying, look, we are economically underdeveloped, and we're not even looking to economically develop ourselves. We got people buying up. We got people buying up ourselves, and we got leaders, we got landowners who don't know what to do with the land. And there's plenty of opportunity. And I mean, yeah, it's not affordable to us, but right now, because you're not even trying to organize to make it affordable. I laid down the other podcast. You heard the other podcast about the tithe. You understand? If you get 10 people to put 10% to the side, you could satisfy full income for one person. 20 people, full income for 2 people. With that income, with 10% of 20 people, you can buy land anywhere. Every month. More or less. You ain't got no excuses. You got to set aside 10%. You could get this book for each of you. And then some. But you don't want to organize. You want to sit on your butt and say, why is Africa letting everybody else in? Because everybody else got some damn sense. Don't get me worked up. I'm not trying to be worked up this morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be worked up this morning. What I'm saying is this. I want you to be registered for this class right now. You know, don't be listening. Oh, yeah, I'm learning a lot, Oni. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm not trying to teach you right now. If you're learning a lot right now and I ain't even teaching you, that's a problem. You understand? The book is where you're supposed to learn a lot. The book is where you learn a lot. Shit. Anyway, hold on a second. Yeah, all right. So anyway, look, family, I'm gonna head out. You know, I want you to register. I want you to understand that there are plenty of economic opportunities in the on the continent for you. Plenty of opportunities, and but the thing is this: there's no opportunities for people who don't read the Book of Power. Okay, and I mean, yeah, you can make some money if you don't read it. That's fine. But I'm talking about if you're looking for long-term saving your continent, saving your people. If you're talking about that, you know, I got my little boy right here. If you're talking about that, then that's a whole other story. But you ain't talking about that. If you're looking to save the continent, you want to read this book. Period. Okay? Because when it comes to like, wait, oh my gosh, I don't know why I gotta explain it to you. When it comes to organizing, you want a people who you can trust. You want a people with sufficient understanding of our way. Nobody got that sufficient understanding. Nobody's giving it to you. Only one person giving it to you, and you ain't even trying to hear it. Only one person. You understand? Only one person. And you like, man, I don't want to hear from Oni, man. I'd rather be like, what are you talking about? All right, family. So look, you click on the link, you get the Book of Power, you register for the class. It's on the official website. You register for the class. You get the book first. You can read through the book while I'm trying to get this class together. But I need these registrations. I don't got that many. I don't got enough to start a class. Okay? And I just need a few. I just need a handful. But you need to be part of it. Stop listening. Start doing. Okay? Stop listening. Start working. Okay? Anyway, thanks, family, so much for listening. Right? Thank you more if you're working. That's it. Thank you if you register. I love that you're listening. I'm really complaining. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain about that. I appreciate that you're listening. I appreciate that you took the time out to hear from me. But I also want you to register. I want you in this course. Get that. I want you to read this book. You're not learning. Look, like all the stuff I said right here, you're not learning nothing here. Nothing. If you send it to somebody else saying, look, man, you learn anything, they're gonna be like, yeah, well, I mean, the real only reason why you think you learning something is because you ain't learned nothing yet. You understand? Now, when you read this book, you're gonna learn something. I don't know a single person on this planet who can read this book and not learn something. I learned something right in it. And you know who I was. You know who I am. Are you kidding me? Anyway. Alright, so thank you, family. Peace. Shemi Amotep. Asante Sana. Nitaya too. You know, and Tulinde Ma'at to Shinde is fat. To Leon Kobia.